video now stays among these 4 people.
Hey everyone, welcome to Hot Ones with Michael. The name is still work in progress. But I'm joined here today by my cousin Rich. He used to play for OU's club baseball team. He also used to dabble in baking a little bit, has a few gold medals in that. And nowadays you can catch him walking the streets of downtown Cleveland as a cleaner by trade. Thanks for joining me, Rich.
Mike, I've been wanting to do this for so long.
I know. Just so you know, we were just saucing the wings back there, me and Richie. He's already touched his eyes. So, it's a rough start.
Right on camera, it's not.
SOS battery exhausted.
Oh my. I feel like you were probably coming in pretty confident. Before obviously hearing about Ashley's, how far did you think you were going to make it?
In here, before hearing about anything else, I figured I'd make it to about 8 or 9. And then it would start getting hot. And I was going to power
I'm
through.
about to say, I feel like you'd probably keep going anyway.
Yeah, and I won't show any pain or anything, but I was a little worried at 8 or 9.
Alright, cool. So let's jump into it with 1, the Indian Summer.
Do you cheers 1 or is it only like 11?
I think we're gonna save it for 9.
9, alright. Cold wings.
That's what Ashley said too.
Yeah.
The more sauce, this cute though.
Yeah, it tastes like mustard.
Are you always like a rip it open guy?
Oh yeah.
You ever done the all in the mouth, pull it out?
Can't do it with these. But I've watched a technique where you just slam it into something and it comes right out, the meat.
I feel like I should.
So you
do
could
that.
try it on the future ones.
Or it. And also, for those of you that didn't hear, Richie did help me sauce the wings before this, and it's already touched his eyes, which is rule number 1 of Hot Ones.
Yeah.
All right, so first question. So, Rich, you are obviously not shy about your love for the female artist.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean the musical artist. So I'm just curious, what's your Mount Rushmore of female voices?
Oh, Mike, that's a great question. Are we talking body or are we talking...
No, we're talking female singers
Okay.
and their voice.
Okay, so you gotta go Mariah Carey, number 1. That's a no-brainer. 2, probably Pat Benatar.
Wow, okay.
3, top of my head, you're going Sarah Bareilles.
I mean, that's the first one I agree with.
Okay. 4's tough. I got a lot of decades to span.
You're going very old school. I thought you'd be like Rin Weaver and like things like that, right? Like Taylor Swift.
No. They haven't done enough. Taylor Swift has, Ren Weaver hasn't done enough. But Jess Glynn is my number 4.
Well, okay.
She has at least 5 songs.
Right, exactly. You are way better than the ones I made for Ashley.
They're good.
The only problem is, even in the audio, you're gonna catch it. You're gonna hear every like. It's horrible.
I was told once by a female colleague that I was the best eater among all the men at CDW.
You sure she meant vocally?
I had the most manners.
Okay. All right, now that you're finishing that one
My
up,
mouth is soundproof.
they say a dog has a personality that is reflective of its owners. And not just me, I'm telling you, I've heard this before.
Yeah.
So, in what ways do you see Zuri being a reflection of you?
Wow. So the biggest difference is, the biggest problem I have with Zuri is that she doesn't like other dogs.
Right.
I like other dogs. So that's the biggest difference off the top of my head.
When you say dogs, you actually like other dogs, or are you talking other people?
Both.
Okay.
Now, the similarities is that she also, when she does make a friend, she'll like overexert herself in the beginning, and then it kind of fades the interest. And that's kind of how I am with people too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
That's
go all in at the
very
beginning,
sad.
make the first impression of a lifetime, and then it's like, oh, we did that. Zuri and I have that same mentality when approaching new people slash dogs.
Well, no, and a lot of people, you're just gonna meet them at one time.
Yeah.
And what's the point in investing the same amount of time you spend with family?
That's how Zuri feels about dogs. What else? I'm a big eater. She is not a big eater.
So it
I'm
sounds,
pretty vocal. No, we don't reflect each other.
I'm about to say, it sounds like she's more nature than nurture.
We both have big heads.
Way too big for your bodies, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Rottweilers naturally have big heads instead of Lithuanians.
Well, she's also run to the litter, right?
Yep.
Have you ever felt
You were bigger than me at birth.
like insecure about that a little bit?
That maybe I was the runt
Yeah.
of the family. You, Jackie, were bigger than me. You were 9 pounds something.
Jackie was definitely bigger than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was only 8 pounds. Yeah, maybe a little bit insecure.
And this is Friendly Fire, guava and habanero. Man,
4 out of 10.
Heat?
No, taste.
Do you have a favorite so far?
Second one for sure.
Same. So as you're finishing up your wing, you are a man of hypotheticals. Anyone who knows you've dropped just some random question about what character are you from Friends and tell me why. But what I want to know, because obviously I know that you do that, is when you're asking these questions, do you have a purpose other than let's get some conversation started? Are you ever looking to find something out about that person when you're asking it, or is it more so just it's silent, we need to fill some space?
Most of the time, silent fill space. But I will say that there are times where it's like, I have to find out if you're interesting. And I have to like get to learn a little bit about your personality. And it's like an easy way. Like when you talk to somebody in the end, you're gonna figure out their favorite color and their favorite this and their favorite whatever.
Yeah.
I usually ask questions about things I enjoy. So like the TV show Friends, I enjoy the show Friends, or I'll do it with The Office.
Yeah.
So it's just a quick way to like easily relate to somebody.
Yeah, because you're already hitting that similar interest, and honestly, if they just answer and say, I'm Jim and Pam, then it's like, well, maybe you're a little boring, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, no thought behind your answer.
Absolutely.
So
And
what do you,
sometimes it's to fill space.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
What do you think about, like our friend Austin has a basic test? Is that kind of the same mentality there, or is it not at all? So it's like, what would you do with $1,000? Would you go on a shopping spree, or would you take all your friends to Cedar Point? And like that's how he gauges if someone's fun or not.
Austin's systems are flawed.
I mean, yes.
Austin's rating of women, Austin's basic test, it's like a guaranteed failure. Like, a girl is going to answer the shopping trip most of the time. And I get that's why he's asking the test, but he still goes for the girl even if they fail the test. So like, what's the point of having the test?
I mean, that's true. No, I agree.
Like,
at the
he
end of the
knows
day,
they're gonna fail and then still pursues. And I don't blame him, but I'm just
yeah, I
saying.
was about to say, do you think there's anything wrong with being basic?
No.
Basic's fine.
My basic's alright.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not.
Not at all. Right here we got Zana, my favorite bottle art. Because you haven't seen it, it's a big old Z.
No.
So far, you feel any heat at all?
No.
All right, me neither. So for this next one, it's an Explain That Gram, where we go through.
As a cough.
Yeah. Show the confidence, Rich.
No key.
We're gonna go through some of your past posts.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, your Instagram didn't cover all our needs. So we're doing some Facebook, some old stuff.
Yeah.
And just getting your take on it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So first one here is this.
That's not even a post, Mike.
It's really not,
This
Rich.
is dug off out of the archives.
This is just something I needed to get, I guess basically your thoughts on it. Why do I like this so much? And why is it, I just withstood the test of time for a picture I look at regularly?
Well, you know how I told you that the only similarity I have with my dog is my head size?
Not only, but yeah.
The biggest one.
Biggest.
Those glasses and all other sunglasses don't fit my head. And I had a moment of weakness after some beers where I showed you guys how much they don't fit my head. And I think Dan Venzel snuck on in and decided to capture that moment that has seemed to last at least 6 years.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it doesn't look like you were snuck up on here. It looks like you are smiling for a photo.
No, that's like a shock.
Oh!
It's like, oh, hey.
Gotcha, and have you ever found a pair of sunglasses that fit correctly?
No.
Okay. Cool. Then we'll go on to the next one.
Okay.
This is from way back when, not even your post. But I wanted to ask you some deeper questions.
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, so if you see here, Christopher Ryan posts, with Michael Matonis and Austin Pratt, we can literally sit around and do nothing and still have a better time than all you drunk POSs. And there's a bunch of comments in there. You come in with a comment, and when Richie joins in, it just adds to the sober fun. And I know you're probably thinking I'm asking you about drinking, and I'm not. My question to you is, have you always felt left out?
Yeah, there was a time there where I was at OU, and you guys were at OSU, Kent State, Miami, and Akron, and nowhere near each other, but it felt like you were together. And it didn't feel like I belonged.
Well, so we
I
weren't even
really...
there yet. This is 2011.
Oh, you were still all at Trinity.
Actually, you might have been. No.
I graduated 2011, started OU.
Yeah, so you weren't there. We were all.
So I was at OU. This explains it all. I was at OU, and you guys were at Trinity, and I just needed a way to contact you and really make sure that you guys didn't forget about me.
Right, because like a text wouldn't have done that.
No, you guys, like half our group didn't even have smartphones.
That's true.
Okay, I'm not gonna text y'all individually.
Fair. And then this is my last question. Give me the synopsis.
So you wake up in the morning, you realize I'm still drunk. Let's go get aprons.
Naturally.
Yeah, aprons. So you go to Walmart, you see 20-pound turkeys. You buy 2. So then you go back home and you tell everybody, hey, we got turkeys. You bring other stuff. Naturally, that evolves into Thanksgiving Fest. Now, Thanksgiving Fest was my favorite way to celebrate Thanksgiving.
But not your favorite holiday.
But it is not my favorite holiday.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Which is...
New Year's.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
Okay.
New Year's.
So,
St. Patty's Day's rising.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a correlation, I think, with your favorite holidays and why you like Thanksgiving Fest more than most Thanksgivings.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't eat any of the food that day.
It was the friendship. I got you.
I love friends. See, I hear your mouth, but I know you can't hear my mouth. Leah Horniak, that's who told me. I tell her I love her every time I go to Chicago.
I gotta assume she says it back, right?
No, she's been dating some guy. She doesn't like me, Colin, Drew, she doesn't like any of us.
No, really? She just got out?
Yep, never did, but we always tried. So the taste on that one, kind of like had a balsamic vinegar type deal.
Probably why it was my favorite one.
Yeah, still like number 2 the best.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. What was the sweeter victory? Beating my girlfriend Ashley in a bun cake competition or beating Austin in a nacho cooking competition?
Austin and nachos. That was years in the making.
True. And you can't argue that they came out first, and that is part of the...
50 minutes at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Second question. You're a person who likes someone to be very straightforward with you, because you're a very straightforward person yourself. Yeah. What's a worst quality in a person? Being judgmental or being fake?
That's tough, Mike. That's real tough. But rapid fire, I'm going to say judgmental.
And because?
Judgmental, because it really limits what I'm able to do. If somebody's fake, they're going to still act as though they like it. If they're judgmental, I'm just going to constantly think like, hey, like, you're not going to like that I'm doing this.
Yeah, well, and
it's really not something I enjoy.
A fake person at least doesn't show and make it like a scene or a bad time.
Yeah, they might say it behind my back, but that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone else is having a good time.
Sometimes, yeah.
And then
if it's fake and judgmental, this is kind of what I'm making it sound like. That's the worst.
But I say, I feel like they oftentimes go hand in hand, but you can't just separate the two. Is what we're looking for. And then last question is, which universe would you rather live in? One where Peyton Manning is the undisputed GOAT, better than Tom Brady.
That one.
Or the other one would have been the Indians won the 2016 World Series.
Give me, you know what? If you just said Browns, I would have probably had to think about it. Peyton Manning the GOAT over Tom Brady is my answer.
Just throw away that Indians World Series.
Yeah, you know, I love Cleveland, but I like the Browns way more than the Indians.
And
we already won a championship that year, so I'm going Peyton Manning because he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Yeah, so it's more of a it's a Browns, Colts than Indians.
Browns, Colts, Jaguars, Saints.
Yes, my teams.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. If it was St. Louis, the Rams would have been involved.
As they should be.
Not that they were hot, but 4 might have been the maybe hottest.
Good big man. You're obviously bigger than most people. sitting at 6'5", probably like I'll say 240 for the cameras.
Max 250. Yeah.
What, obviously a lot of people love that. Like, people love you being a big person.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for your favorite thing about it, but I'm also looking for something that most people don't know, that is just something that you don't like about it.
There's only one clear answer, and everyone knows it. The only bad thing about it, dude, you know what? I'm gonna say two. One people might not know as much. The first one is airplane seats.
Makes sense.
I will not take a ride across the country anymore. Period. I just will not do it, unless it's for a Browns game. The second one is I feel like you get lower back problems probably a little faster. And I have never looked it up, but we have a family of tall people, and I see them breaking down way faster than my friends with shorter dads.
True.
And I got to imagine, and not just backs, but like joints and stuff.
Yeah, you're growing quicker.
Yeah.
And I feel like that does do something to joints.
To me, this is my guess at least. And this is a long-term negative, one that I haven't experienced yet.
Right. Did you have like
A favorite?
Yeah, I'm guessing I
named
named you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enamoring figure.
Yeah. And naturally, I put on muscle pretty quick, so in the midst of a not working out spell now, but
in case you were wondering. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people walk up to you and just talk to you because you're big.
Yeah.
I thought it was something like people assume like I got to pick a fight with that guy because I got to prove myself as a man because he's a big guy and he's probably a douchebag.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
But it's so rare, and you got to put yourself in a situation for it to happen most of the time.
Right.
Other than the time walking at OSU to your house.
I'm about to say, that's one that sticks in my memory.
Yeah, that was a joke, but for the most part, it's, drunk at a bar, and at that point I'm already taking the risk when I walked in.
As anyone might be.
Yeah, exactly, as a big man myself. So yeah, the real big ones are the airplane seats,
Which
the
sucks.
potential back problems, knee problems. That's one
It's a little hot.
little thing to it.
We're going back to the TV once I clean off my hands.
Feel free to edit some of this out if I sound too douchey.
No, we're keeping all of it. So direct your eyes back to my TV. Something that most people don't know about you, I'm sure you don't even remember this about you, is you're a poet, Rich.
Oh,
You're a poet. You're an award-winning poet. For this titled Ice in My Veins. You won, I think it was the Expressions Art Award for your poetry, Rich.
Second or third place? Third? Was that honorable mention?
You were definitely mentioned.
Okay, I was on there somewhere.
Right. And this is just not something that any writer would ever typecast for you if they were writing
This
this
video
story.
now stays among these four people.
So let me go ahead and read some lines. I stand alone, watching in fear. The one I love lying near. She's the focus of everyone around, life depending on monitor sounds. Rich, that's pretty deep stuff.
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
So, the Cleveland Clinic Expressions program gave us options on what to write on, but it all had to be done on the research for either the upcoming summer or the previous summer, which they did on several different aspects of the body, but I chose cardiac arrest. I'm a competitive guy.
Right.
And somewhat of a perfectionist. So once we got writing, I had this weird thing take over where I was like, I want to win.
Okay.
So, we did it. The teacher would edit it. Our friends would read it and stuff. And I felt pretty good going in. Took a disappointing third or honorable mention.
Oh, placed.
But I placed.
Right.
Yeah, what were there? Millions of kids that applied?
Guaranteed. Multi-millions.
About 2 million.
I know a few people that didn't place. My sister.
If you're talking about me, I won that.
If you could get out of my shot.
This was the closest I've ever been to relating to emotion.
Yeah, because you don't really seem like a poetry guy. Do you find value in poetry at all?
I'm sure historically there's poetry that I wouldn't be offended by. Not offended, I wouldn't care. I would almost enjoy reading.
Okay.
But there's never been a poem I enjoyed to this day.
I mean, nowadays when you got movies, I'm not even gonna say books, you got...
There's probably funny poems out there that,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Like, You Did It. You ever heard that poem?
No,
I'll have everyone look it up after this. Look up You Did It.
I haven't, yeah.
Last question pertaining to this. When I when I went up and found this, we did some digging, and there's another person's name
This is the first part I'm shocked at today.
associated with this poem.
Was it Kaylee?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I didn't know if that would be extra motivation for why you wanted to win this thing, or...
It might have been why I did cardiac arrest.
Okay.
Yeah, it might have been.
Gotcha.
She might have been the researcher on it.
She was definitely the researcher
My
on it.
first crush.
Ooh!
Yeah.
First, and bear in mind, people,
Maybe not first, biggest.
he was 18 before he liked girls.
biggest crush. Oh, wow.
Cool.
How many girls am I going to tell I love them in this thing? This is where I think I said I would start.
I feel it already. Okay. Sauces make a difference. When you put sauce on wings, Rich, they get hotter. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I don't bring out my secret weapon yet.
Do you feel hot at all?
I feel it.
Oh, this is so sad.
Yeah, I
feel
noticed
pretty
it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to touch my eyes if that's what you're asking.
Good. Yes, actually, make sure you don't. So, for wing number 8, my question for you pertains to your athleticism. You're a pretty athletic guy, always been surrounded by sports, even played baseball on OU's club team.
Yeah.
Even though there's no record of that, I looked and just could not find anything.
I played.
I believe you, kind of.
I swam too.
You swam? Yes.
Swam.
Man can tread water. Regardless, all that aside, you like sports is my point.
Yes.
You have the big 3 sports of baseball, basketball, football. What other sport do you think deserves to be in that top 4 and deserves to garner a little more attention?
Yeah, it's like I want to get a creative answer, but the answer is hockey.
Okay, and just because it's the next closest, or because you like it?
Well, it's already the next closest, so that gives it one edge. And then I also enjoy the concept of it. Like, yeah, it's kind of in line with the other sports in terms of the skill sets you're using.
True.
But, you know, it's on ice.
So more of the same as opposed to something more obscure like, I don't know, like badminton, curling, or I thought you'd be a big MMA guy.
MMA should be because Cleveland has a champion, but it's not at the level of hockey yet.
If you
Pickleball's the up and coming.
Shout out to Mr. Fischetto.
And Aunt Barry.
Sorry, Aunt Barry. You should have been first. This is the big drop off, and you just went for it. I love it. And I put extra on this.
No, it's slippery. It got me.
Yes! That's just it. If you're completing the wings, I have to complete them too, obviously. Alright, Rich.
You gonna ask me about when I got COVID?
No, well, honestly, yeah, let's start with that. How was COVID?
Not that bad.
Okay, that's what I've heard.
But I don't want to make light of the issue. For me personally, it wasn't that bad. Felt like a hangover that went on too long.
Which is a sucky feeling, as everyone knows.
Yeah.
Eyes are getting a little red, as are mine. But we got power through these last 2 wings. My question for you, and I have 2 here actually, because I ran out of wings.
Deep breaths, Mike.
Through the nose, through the mouth?
Mouth.
Okay, my question here for you is, I agree with you on a lot of things you talk about. We have a lot of similar takes. Whether that's from how people react to certain situations, or how people care a little bit too much about things going on in the world. But 2 things that I just can never get on board with are your hate for beaches, and secondly, your favorite form of weather and day is a gray, cloudy day with overcast and maybe
gray,
60
gloomy,
or below.
Gloomy.
Just why?
Okay, so beaches is because of sand. First, there's multiple reasons for beaches, but what's good about sand? Nothing. I love when stuff gets everywhere on me, and then I have to shower. Being sarcastic, I don't. Second thing, let's make a list. 1, sand. 2, always very hot. I sweat a ton. 3, salt water. Salt water sucks. 4, my biggest fear in the world is sharks. Do not go past here, even if I go in the water. I hate beaches. My next one, I already mentioned that heat factor. A lot of times when it's sunny and bright, you get like really sweaty. When it's gray and gloomy and overcast, it's usually a nice good 65-degree weather-ish, and then you go to a bar, you call up some friends, you say I'm at the bar, they join you, and you just have a great day. That's one way to celebrate a great gloomy day. The other way,
Celebrate the great gloomy day.
you celebrate it. The other way is to go to your couch. You let your dog out. You say hey to the neighbor. You go back upstairs, because I live upstairs, and then you throw on HBO, Amazon, Hulu, Netflix, whatever you want, and you just watch and melt into the leather
You're
couch.
solo though, solo. You and the dog.
Yeah, my dog's there, and then me, and you just keep going, and then you fall asleep, you take a nap, you wake back up, you do it again. But the second nap's for the night.
And is this like, is the problem here that this brings up guilt of like not utilizing a nice and sunny day?
I never understood that.
Okay.
Period.
So you couldn't have a nice sunny day that you stay inside?
No, it's just that people, the guilt doesn't come from like, you know how you do something and you're supposed to feel good about yourself? I don't get that as much as other people.
Gotcha.
To me, it's like, I just wasted time a lot of the time because I don't even need what I just built or what I did. The only thing is when it's really sunny, everybody always wants you to do something, and usually it's multiple asking, I have to tell people no. I don't like telling people no if I don't have to. Gray, gloomy day, that's the only excuse you need.
Gotcha. Let's get into pineapple pepper sauce. You still going full wing?
Mm-hmm. It's dripping.
That was seriously happened though. I'm trying to be comforting.
Oh man.
Little.
Real quick.
Yeah, please.
You know when that host does it, the non-Michael host for Hot Ones,
Sean Evans.
Sean Evans, when he does it, you know how like some people will say some are hotter than the one that's after in line? I felt that way about 9 to 10.
No, I'm with you. We get a lot of people being Ashley the first time and me the first time
Yeah.
saying that Thunder Juice is hotter than pineapple pepper sauce.
Alright.
Tastes. Do you have any tastes that stand out?
I don't remember the taste.
Regardless, my question for you on wing number 10, which is usually where the real show ends, but we go to 11 here on Hot Ones with
Turn it
Michael.
up to 11.
That's right.
All the way up.
We talked a little bit, and by that I mean I just remembered that you had a major that you don't necessarily utilize.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
finance. And so I wanted to throw a finance-based question your way, because I'm sure some of that is sitting back in the synapses of your brain. So I'm going to give you 4 industries, and you're going to tell me today you have 10 grand. What industries are you investing in and how much in each? So your 4 industries are tech sales, house flipping, sanitation, and cardboard boxes.
It's called corrugated. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going. So tech sales, house flipping, sanitation.
And cardboard boxes.
So I have this weird idea that you're judging this off my previous jobs.
It could be, yeah. Irrelevant though.
Okay, yeah. Well, everyone know I had a lot of jobs. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I have 10 grand to spend.
Yes.
I'm going 9,000 in tech sales.
That's pretty strong.
Now, house flipping, is it that company or is it all house flipping?
I'm not familiar with the company you're speaking of.
Okay. Because I'll go 0 on that one.
Okay.
But if it's the general industry, I'm going another 900 in that,
Okay.
then $90 in corrugated, and just because I love them, I won't drop another one. I'll go $10 in sanitation.
Nice. Nice. Showing the love for sanitation.
Sanitation being the ones that sanitize, not being the makers of the sanitizing product.
Obviously not.
Yeah.
No, no one wants that. You
Cleaners.
want the gritty everyday workers.
The laborers.
That's right. Invest in
Yeah.
those guys.
The GCs.
And then my second question for wing number 10 is, you have mentioned it a couple times throughout this interview, but you're a dive bar enthusiast.
Yeah, I am.
And I just want to know, for you, what is it about a dive bar that separates it from other bars that you obviously also love? Like your, if you're downtown Cleveland, you're talking your dive bar, your party bars, your dimly lit basement bars, your threes over high in Columbus. What makes a dive bar better than these places?
People. I like being around people, but I don't like being around that many people that don't even enjoy the bar for the bar itself. They're enjoying taking a picture of everybody at the bar saying, look where I was, but are you really enjoying it? No. You'll notice, you'll never catch me posting a Snapchat story.
Right.
You know why? Because I wasn't enjoying the moment.
Right.
People at those bars, full of them. Full of people that just like saying they were there. The purpose of a bar is to get drunk.
And fair, not just to socialize.
Those are higher priced. No, they're socializing at the bars I go to.
True.
Yeah, it's just not a person touching your shoulder. There's a person, I'm not saying 6 feet away, but I'm saying a couple feet.
We're not talking current times.
Yeah.
We're talking
A couple feet away.
2 years ago.
Yeah, a couple feet away.
Oh, you're eyeing it up.
Yeah, I'm ready. Alright.
Let's do it, Richie. Made it through 10. Number 11 sitting there staring you in the face. Make sure you get the side with sauce because we use an eyedropper.
Oh, yeah.
Tap the wings. Tap the table. Take a bite.
Doesn't have much taste.
None, actually. It's really bad. How you feeling? Pretty good at first,
I
right?
think 9 was the hottest.
Just give it a second.
Okay.
Let me know if you feel anything.
I mean, I feel it. But I think 9 was the hot. 9 hurt me.
9 was the worst.
Yeah. This one, like, no, it's not great.
Tastes bad.
I know how it works. This is a big theory I've had.
Not really.
The key, too, is you don't drink water.
We both drink water.
Yeah, but I haven't drank water since, like, 3 or something.
I've been drinking it a lot.
Don't drink it.
Well, alright, Rich. Now that
You know the cracker, Mike.
yeah, please.
Yeah.
I wanted to do an intro, Rich, but I'm hot.
Want me to ask you a question?
Yeah, please. Send it back.
What was your first kiss like with Alexis Crockett?
She had the softest lips known to man, dude. I kid you not.
Wasn't it in front of other people?
I wasn't gonna say that part, but Kelly Rubin's house in 8th grade. I'd never kissed a girl before, but she was dating someone by the name of, well, let's just say he definitely kissed girls before. And so she had probably kissed him before, so she obviously experienced that at the time. And I'm opening there, guns a-blazing. I turned to her, I said, hey, do you want to kiss? And someone else said, kiss her. And she said, I don't know, do you want to kiss? And I said, well, yeah. As in, it was obvious to, like, in front of everyone except, notably, my friend Ryan Ham, who got locked in a closet.
With a woman?
No, no, and he was the one pushing it the most, so I was pumped. But thanks for that question. Now I can get to yours.
Yeah.
Are you not hot at all?
I'm hot.
Okay.
This is how I'm coping.
You're a man who loves to fight. And by loves to, I mean has fought, and is willing to fight, and is quick to anger. But you also love hypotheticals, as we touched on earlier. So I'm giving you a number of hypothetical fights, and you have to tell me the winners.
Okay.
And we have a lot. I'm not touching on ones we've already done before.
Alright.
These are all new. So, in a fist fight, mind you, who wins in this fight? You got Stipe Miocic
Yeah.
or John Jones?
Stipe.
Love that.
Yeah.
You got Shino of Naruto
Yeah.
or Tokiyomi of My Hero?
My 2 favorites, I'm going Shino.
Or you got Kim, Chloe, or Kourtney Kardashian?
Chloe, easy. Her dad might not be one dude, he might be an athlete.
Looks a little different. I wasn't going to say anything
Yeah.
myself.
A little bigger.
Alright, you got a shark with legs or a wolf with gills and fins?
Yeah, I gotta go shark with legs.
You or Conor McGregor?
Me, easy. Beyond
Okay.
confident in that one.
Alright, Rich, you did it. All the wings. I ate your crackers. You answered all the questions fine. Didn't seem like I surprised you too much.
How'd the crackers do?
Oh, money.
Yeah.
Yeah, my lips are on fire, your face is red, but crackers subsided a little bit.
It's the Polish in me.
It's Polish are great with heat. But all we have left to do, Rich, is roll out the red carpet for you, my friend. So you got this camera, this camera, this camera. Tell the people what you got going on in your life.
Alright, I'm a cleaner for Clearview Cleaning. COVID sucks. I can't go to the bars like I like them, but I still can go to the bars now. I've got nothing big on the agenda. My buddy Jay's getting married next week.
Woo!
This camera here. We're doing it down in either Marietta or Parkersburg. I'm the second guy lined up in the groomsman list. Onto this camera.
You have to lean in.
I got a golf scramble this weekend. I shoot about like a 96 on average, and I'm hoping that my squad carries me. And that's all I got. Thanks for hosting me, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job, Rich. Everyone clap. Good job.
Yeah.
I did pretty good, right? You should look at my Instagram. Follow me, Richie Matonis, please.